so we're going to find a comfortable spot out here. And remember, once we stop talking, we've got to be quiet while we watch, just because we want them to act natural, since we're ethologists and we want them to act natural in their environment. Now, I was hired to watch the birds in this area, so our job is to figure out how many different types of birds are in this area and what kinds they are. But we're going to start very simple today. Today I want you to start by going ahead and making a section at the top of your page to mark down every time you see a new type of bird while you're watching. The second thing is you're going to make a place where you can sketch one of them. So you're going to find one of the birds that you thought looked very pretty or you just thought looked interesting, draw a little spot and draw a picture of it. Very important though, we're here to make observations. That's an important part of being an ethologist. So next to that, as a caption for your sketch, you're going to want to write down one thing you saw that bird do. For example, if that bird flew from one tree limb to another tree, you could write that down, all right? And then the last thing I want you to do is I want you to write down what time of day you listened and watched the birds and how long. So at the bottom you'll write, maybe I watched in the morning, I watched at noon, or I watched in the evening, and then you would say I watched for however many minutes, maybe 20 minutes or 10 minutes, all right? Whatever you have time for. All right, so let's get comfortable and let's watch together, all right? It's very nice to listen to the birds. I'm out in the morning and I hear quite a lot of them. I haven't seen too many yet, but it's pretty awesome to hear them. Looking at the tree up there, I also brought my binoculars just in case. Need to get a closer look, you know. It's nice to be able to see what they're doing up there, especially when they're not coming down. I think I see a few nests up there. Lots of little bugs out this morning. Here's some birds in the trees in the surrounding area. Maybe... Oh, there's one. I just saw a crow fly by, so I'm going to mark new bird, 1, and keep watching. If I don't see any other birds, that's probably what I'll draw here. Maybe I can make an observation about the kind of sound that it made. All right, let's keep watching. Shh. There was another one. I don't know what it was, but it was very small. That was 2. And it moved very quickly. That could be an observation. It was a fast bird. It moved like this. Very cool. I see another one, but I think that's also a crow. So I won't mark that down because it's not a new bird. It's the same kind of bird. I only want to know what kinds of birds are in the area. So if I mark crows a bunch of times, it's not going to be accurate. All right. Moving on a branch. It's a very small little bird. I think it's one of the ones making a lot of the sounds. Oh, did you see that one flying in? Perfect. So now we know there's 2 birds together over there. That's a pretty good observation. 2 birds acting together. That means they're being social. We don't know if they're friends, family, or if they're just sharing the same tree. Tree seems to have a lot of bird sounds coming out of it as well. This giant tree has got a lot of bird sounds, but I to the ground here with us. Keep observing just in case. But that was our third bird, so I'm going to write down a third bird right now. There's a large bird that seems to be moving about. I think I see it grow. Oh, there it goes. The little bird that I've been watching flying in and out of this tree up here. There's a couple of them. They keep flying back and forth between the two trees. So I chose to draw them. I think they might be little robins. But I have to look into that further when I go back to the lab to look at my information. But they are quite pretty little fellows. I'm going to write an observation that they make very soft sounds like a sweet whistle. Okay. I'm going to write down there are several together in one tree. Maybe I'll draw, since I saw them flying from tree to tree, this tree branch that they landed on. Right, definitely some leaves on this tree because they have quite a bit of what's the word, of coverage. They're almost hiding in the leaves. Yeah, probably, maybe that's a safety feature, right? So far, I've only seen 3 new birds in my area, but it could just be because it's morning. It's hard to know. Two together. Look how adorable they are. Look at the sweet sounds they're making. Oh, did you see how it like hopped? That could be an observation, is how it hopped around. It like did a little jump. Sweet. Looks like it's trying to eat something maybe as well. Pick up the tree. I don't know. We can write these observations down. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. Do you hear that other sound? I don't think I've seen the bird that makes that other sound. Like a kind of a longer sound. Like that. I might write down that I saw him trying to eat. Saw him pecking, him or her. I don't know if it was a girl or boy. Pecking at a dead branch. Might be helpful information for us. Right, it's almost time. I'll continue watching for a little longer, but here's what your paper should look like when you're done. You should have how many birds you saw, and when you're totally done, you'll write the number. So I'm going to watch for a few minutes more and see if I find any new types. You have your sketch of one of the birds you saw, some observations about it, when you watched, and for how many minutes. You can see I did this in pencil because I wanted to be able to erase if I made mistakes. Alright, so continue watching for however long you want. Just make sure you write down. If I watch longer than 20, I'll just add some time over here. Alright, and that's your page 1. Should look like that. I'm very excited. You guys are doing such a beautiful job. I can't wait to see what kind of birds are in your area.